Ladies and gentlemen,
Your complete attention, if you please.
this is
Just what is it that you want to do?
what I have been told.
Do you think you're funny?
That's what I like to know.
This is
Intermission.
on anybody's mind that I hear a poem about?
So I'm here today with our intermission guest, Neda Yeganeh. Is that good? Did I get close?
Yeah, Neda Yeganeh.
Neda Yeganeh.
That is me.
So, how has your day been?
Well, I had Ensemble 2 with you, Parker.
You did, right before this. Mhm.
Yes, it's Ensemble as an artist
Artist
activism.
activist. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a very interesting class.
Yes,
I love
it is.
it.
It's very interesting. So you were not around this summer, were you?
Not this summer, no.
Oh, can you explain why?
Because I live in New Jersey.
Oh, really? Wow. Where in New Jersey?
I'm from good old Bayonne, New Jersey.
Bayo?
Bayonne.
Bayonne. So like the Bay owns it, like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bayonne.
Oh, and cool.
It's
And
French. I don't
okay.
know
Where
why.
in New Jersey is that?
Right in the middle of the metropolis of Newark, Jersey City, Staten Island, Brooklyn, Manhattan.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Hoboken.
Can you see the skyline from your
Yes.
backyard?
Backyard? No.
But from
I've-
your home?
No.
Oh, but from your neighborhood?
Not really, no. Like
But it's near you.
I could see it from my high school, from my grammar school, but
Okay.
not from my actual house, no.
Gotcha. Well, that's pretty cool. That's pretty close. So how did you get all the way down to here then? New York's probably 4 hours away, right? So it's
It's
a 3-hour drive home?
2.5.
2.5,
if I'm-
okay.
If I'm driving fast. I actually heard about UMBC when I was younger because my family and I would take road trips and we would drive down 95 and I always saw the UMBC sign. I'm like, oh, I don't know what that is.
Oh.
Then when I was applying to schools, I saw that and I'm like, that's near Baltimore. That's a big city. I like big cities. I looked into it and then I looked into the theater program because I'm a theater major.
Uh-huh.
And I liked the fact that I didn't have to audition to be part of the theater program.
Uh-huh.
So I applied. I got accepted on my mom's birthday, actually.
Oh, that's
yeah.
cool.
So I didn't actually think I would cry when I got accepted, but I did.
Aw.
I was just so happy.
Uh-huh.
But yeah.
That's pretty cool. Now, you said you liked big cities. Have you heard of New York City?
Yes, I have. I actually work there.
Oh, really? Oh, right.
Yes.
Over the...
So during the summer, I got a job working for the public theater, but I work in Central Park at the Delacorte Theater,
That's pretty awesome.
where they host Shakespeare in the park.
That's really cool.
Yes.
Now, what made you decide to come down to Baltimore as opposed to just hop to the big city right next to you?
I didn't want to stay too close to home. I'm all about like expanding
Uh-huh.
horizons and everything. I actually wanted to go to San Francisco. That didn't happen.
Oh, where in San Francisco?
San Francisco State University, just because I thought that school looked cool at the time when
That's
I was
really
looking
cool.
at it, and then I didn't like their theater program as much. But I love it here. It's
Mhm.
close to home. It's close to big cities.
Yeah,
I'm a big city person.
that's pretty cool. So now, what you thought I was going to mention, and I didn't, I
Yeah.
spun on you. You weren't at school last spring. Can you talk a little about that?
I was not, because I fulfilled my childhood lifelong dream of studying abroad in Florence, Italy, and I could not have been happier to not be at UMBC for that one semester.
That's awesome. So what did you study in Florence?
The Italian language, Italian culture, classes and things like that. Nothing to do with theater, unfortunately, but I was really, really excited to learn more about Italy because I don't know why, I just had always had this huge fascination. When my dad went with his boss to Florence when I was about 7 or 8, and from then on I was like, I want to go there, and I made it my mission to go there.
That's so cool. Now, in Florence, did you get to explore other cities in Italy?
In Italy, yes, and in Europe. In Italy, we went to on different field trips. We went to Modena, Siena, Venice, Rome. We went to Cinque Terre.
I've only heard of like half of those. Damn.
We went down with my friends and I. We went down to the Amalfi Coast, which is where Capri and Naples are.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's really pretty.
Yes,
Do you have any plans to go back anytime soon?
I hope. Not realistically, but
Uh-huh.
I really hope I can go back. I want to go back. I miss it a lot. But we'll see. We'll see what life takes
Yeah.
us.
Did you end up staying with an exchange family, or was it more like a dorms in a university situation?
Neither. I lived in an apartment with 3 other Americans, and everyone in my program was an American. But I did have friends that I met through the program that lived in homestays where their host families did not really speak English, so they had trouble communicating with
That's
them.
tough, yeah.
But they eventually were able to pick up the language a little bit after living with them, and they would communicate that way. Our Italian teacher didn't speak English, so when we were in Italian class, we spoke
my.
nothing but Italian to her.
Wow, that's tough. That's cool. Do you have any
Yeah.
friends that you keep in contact with over in Italy?
I do. We actually have a Facebook Messenger group because that's how we kept in contact there.
Uh-huh.
Because international data is
Right.
a thing.
And don't want to text.
And we talk to each other sometimes. Like one of my friends goes to school in Iowa, I think,
Oh.
and she goes to Drake University, and Drake performed there like 2 days ago.
In Italy?
No, in Iowa.
In Iowa. Oh, okay, okay.
And she was like, yeah.
Oh, she goes to Drake
Drake-
University
and
and the
Drake
hip hop
performed
artist.
there.
That's hilarious. Was he
Yeah.
proud that they named a university after him?
That I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
I'll text him and ask him.
Yeah. That's awesome. So was that the first time you've ever been outside of the States, going to Italy?
Technically, I mean, I have been to Niagara Falls, but that has been the extent of international borders. I got a passport for the first time last summer because I
Okay.
needed it for study abroad.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I traveled mostly within the continental United States.
Gotcha. Over in Italy, what adventures did you get in Europe? Did you get to see much of Europe or not as much?
Yes. So for spring break, one of my roommates and I did a 10-day Euro trip
Oh,
where
wow.
we went to Berlin, Germany, Amsterdam, the Netherlands, Paris, France, and Barcelona, Spain. And we were actually supposed to go to Brussels, Belgium, but as we were on our way there was when the terrorist attack happened, so
Oh.
we had to divert going there
Well, that's a good decision.
and just head straight to Paris,
Uh-huh.
which, I mean, it, like...
Wasn't that much
I
safer.
mean, yeah,
Hmm.
because everything going on there. But we did that. That was a lot of fun. I wouldn't be able to pick like a favorite
Uh-huh.
because they're all really good.
Are they all unique in their own way?
Yes, like very much so, and like they all reminded me of different places that I've been here within the States too.
Oh, that's
So I'm
cool.
like, I really like this. I like that.
Uh-huh.
In the beginning of our program in January, we had like a very short 2 days in London, England, and then at the very end of the semester, me and 2 of my friends planned a trip to Krakow, Poland, because we wanted to go to Auschwitz.
Wow.
And while everyone else was having a good time in Florence on our last weekend, we were at Auschwitz.
How was that? A very humbling
That-
experience, I imagine.
It's hard to like explain, but it was such a nice day when we went, weather-wise, and then being there was just a really eerie experience.
Yeah, wow. That's awesome, though. That's really cool. Now, how returning to the States, do you feel like your outlook on life or your ideologies, your mindset has changed at all being abroad so long?
A little bit, because as an out-of-state student, I came here knowing no one, and I was like, well, I have to create a new life for myself here, and I can't rely on my family as much, even though I still do,
They're
of
still
course.
close, uh-huh.
Of course. But there, it's so much more difficult, and I was like, I'm really, really alone, but so is everyone else, so we have this, like, collective mindset of we have to stick together because we're all we have here, and then coming back, it's like, well, I don't have that as much, So
Interesting, because there are people who, I guess, are more settled.
yeah,
More.
like upon coming back, a couple of my friends graduated from college and went and started their lives because they were seniors.
Dang.
And I'm like, well, I'm going back to American school. This is weird. I don't know how to react to this.
Yeah. Huh. That's really interesting. Well, we're about out of time. Thanks so much for coming on. Do you have any last comments or shout-outs to any of the audience?
I know my mom and my brother are listening. Hey, Mom. Hey, Hottie. Pretty sure Poncho's listening, too. Love you, Poncho. You're great. Go to class if you're not in class. Stay in school, kids.
Is that it?
Yes.
Great. Well, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.